Good morning. Myself, Dr. S.J. Prathipa, Associate Professor, Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology. Today, the session will focus on the understanding electronic waste, its dangers, and how it can be managed effectively. The outline of the content has been shown in this slide. The rapid growth in IT and electronics is leading to massive electronic consumption. Devices are becoming absolutely quick, leading to more waste. E-waste is a growing environmental concern. What is e-waste? The discarded electrical or electronic items, whether working or not, that is example gadgets, appliances, etc., thrown away or donated but eventually trashed. They are all dangerous because they leach toxic chemicals into the environment. There are many examples are there which you can see in this slide as a picture. Example, computers, printers, mobile phones, batteries, TV, refrigerator, washing machine, etc. The main hazards of the e-waste was depicted in this slide. The chemicals released from the e-waste and their effects on the human health has been displayed here. The e-waste is dumped and exposed to soil and moisture. It releases various chemicals into the environment and gradually poisons the soil, making infertile. This irresponsible disposal and extraction of metals by the unorganized sector has further led to air pollution, land and water pollution, which affects the human beings and environmental health. For example, the lead metal damages the nervous system, blood system, kidney, and it also affects the brain. Similarly, cadmium accumulates in kidney and it causes neural damage. Mercury, it is a chronic damage to the brain, and in fact it affects respiratory and it leads to skin disorders. BFR is nothing but brominated flame retardant, which disrupts the endocrine system functions in our body. The beryllium element is a carcinogenic, leads to lung cancer and skin diseases also. How to manage the e-waste. 75% of electronics are stored unused, often mixed with household waste, and it ends in landfills. The main solutions are inventory management, that is tracking, production process changes, reducing the volume, recovery and reuse. The major guidelines and their salient features are I am going to discuss now. The first one is a producer responsibility. All these guidelines are notified in the April 2008 in basic guidance document. The first one is producer responsibility. What is the main thing of producer responsibility means? The manufacturer and producers are the major responsible for collecting, recycling and disposal of the electronic waste. Example, if the mobile phone brands must offer a way to return the old devices. So whoever producing the goods, they have to tell about the disposal methods also. Second one is ROHS. What do ROHS means? It is restriction on hazardous substance. The main goal is to limit or ban the use of certain toxic chemicals like lead, mercury, cadmium and chromium. Third one is best practices, that is the safer methods that we have to follow for storage, handling, transportation, dismantling, recycling, for everything. So the method should be very safe. That is said to be a best practice, and whatever the technology that we are using, that should be also safe. Next is the separate legislation for producer responsibility that should be emphasize the need for a dedicated law enforcing the responsibility of the producer. What are the challenges, the strategies that we are facing in the e-waste management? The first one is skyrocketing e-waste generation. What do you mean by skyrocketing? Means the fast-paced growth in electronic consumption, phones, laptops, appliances leads to huge amount of waste. It causes rapid technology upgrades and consumers trends of replacers rather than repairing. So the main strategy for this challenge is promoting eco-design, longer product lifespan, and encouraging the repair culture. And the government should also enforce buyback or exchange programs. Second one is informal recycling practices. In many countries like India, e-waste is handled by unorganized sector using unsafe methods like burning, acid baths, etc. It may have a severe environmental damage, health risks to the workers. The strategy that has to be adopted was train and integrated informal recyclers into the formal system, provide protective equipment and legal licensing, encourage certified recycling centers. Third one is lack of infrastructure. Few cities have specialized e-waste collection centers or safe dismantling facilities. People mix e-waste with general waste or store it at home. The strategies that has to be adapted for this: develop collection networks in urban and rural areas, set up eco parks or centralized recycling hubs. Next is lack of awareness. The public ignorance is a major reason for this. The main strategy adapted is awareness camp, e-waste bins, recycling precious materials has to be educated to the consumers. The last one is toxic components in e-waste. That is, the e-waste mainly consists of lead, mercury, cadmium, brominated flame retardants, everything. It leads to environmental pollution. The main strategy has to adapted is to enforce the RoHS standards, that is restriction of hazardous substance, and use the green chemistry in producing any kinds of electronic goods and invest in safe recycling technologies. So these are the benefits of recycling is represented in this picture. It's very clear. Reducing toxins and landfill use, saves energy and natural resources, lower greenhouse gases, recovers precious metals like gold, silver, copper, protects soils and water, promotes mindful consumerization. And if you see the benefits of recycling, there are 10 key benefits of recycling are there, which is represented in this picture. Number 1 is prioritizes environmental protection, reduces the burden on landfills, prevent harmful chemicals from polluting environment. Second one is e-waste recycling helps to conserve available natural resources by recovering valuable materials, creating jobs like collection and transportation of the waste, dismantling, sorting, reselling, research and innovation, everything will create a job. Fourth one is saves landfills and reducing the greenhouse gases emission. Fifth one is increasing affordability, that is recycled gadgets are cheaper, making technology more accessible to low income populations. Sixth one is prevent water bodies from toxic waste poisoning. Improper disposal of e-waste leads to releases lead, mercury, cadmium, which leads to environmental pollution. It has to be recycling to prevent the contamination. Seventh one is e-waste recycling helps reduce air pollution also. Reducing the burning of e-waste, which emits dangerous gases, so we have to reduce that. Promote fisheries resources, that is cleaner water leads to healthier aquatic system, growth in fisheries and food security. Ninth one is electronic recycling promotes soil fertility and maintain nutrient balance. That is prevents soil from becoming toxic or infertile due to metal leaching, supports agriculture and plant growths. The last one encourages mindful consumerization and awareness. Makes the people think before discarding device. It promotes reuse, responsible buying, awareness about environmental impact. Finally, I conclude that the e-waste is a serious challenge in the countries like India. So this is becoming a huge public health issues and is exponentially increasing day by day. So in order to separate, effectively treat and dispose of e-waste as well as divert from conventional landfill and opening burning, it is essential to integrate the informal sector with the formal sector. Sustainable and safe practices are needed from collection to the disposal. Thank you.